international football is back. And not just any match with no implications. This is a big one. It is the UEFA World Cup Qualifiers playoff match between Scotland and Ukraine. The winner will face Wales on June 5th. To some, this may not just be a football match. To some, this might be national pride as we know the ongoing crisis in Ukraine. For Scotland, it's a chance to return back to the World Cup for the first time since 1998. Who will win? Who will be facing Wales next week? A lot at stake, a lot of interesting matchups. Let's get to the preview and prediction of this World Cup Qualifiers playoff match. Give your prediction in the comment section down below. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. And further ado, let's get to the preview and prediction of Scotland versus Ukraine. Before we get onto the tactical side of both teams, let's talk about some players that are going to miss the match. So Kieran Tierney of Scotland is going to miss. He has an ongoing issue. I think it is with his knee. So he will be out of this match, which is a massive miss, as he is the third center back of the three for Scotland in the starting 11. So he's going to be a big miss. Other than that, Scotland are not really missing anyone. And for Ukraine, no real misses either. They have all their big players still available, like Roman Yaremchuk, Zinchenko, who was missing the last World Cup qualifier. So no real big omissions for Ukraine in this match either. So we know for Scotland, they're going to play in the three in the back formation. We know Andy Robertson is going to play at the left wing back spot. How will his fitness be after playing all the matches possible for Liverpool this season, and also 3 days after the Champions League final that's happening this weekend? So that's going to be interesting to see what Andy Robertson's health is going to be heading into this match. But they need big games, obviously, from John McGinn. Who's going to be the striker? Is it going to be Shea Adams? If it's Shea Adams, he's been woeful this season, but when he turns up for Scotland, he does very, very well. So they needed big games from Shea Adams. You look at Armstrong, of course. If McTominay either plays in the CDM or as the central center back, this is going to be the big question marks for Steve Clarke. And we know Steve Clarke has done an absolutely phenomenal job as Scotland national team manager. And you have to give him all the credit. This side have not lost the game since losing to Denmark away back, I think, in 1st of September last year. So they're on good momentum heading into this game. Yes, the preparation isn't the greatest. They're not going to have any friendlies. They had some friendlies in March, but that's about it. So they're going to have to come into this game with huge intensity. And we know they will. They always show up and they cannot crumble under pressure being at home. While for Ukraine, we know the preparation isn't ideal. As we all know, the ongoing issues. But they've been able to play a couple of friendlies, have the players who mostly apply their trade in the Ukrainian league. They've had now 3 friendly matches against Borussia Mönchengladbach, Empoli, and Rijeka of Croatia. So they've had some training at least, but it's a whole different story when you're going up against a team that have been playing high-intensity football all season long in Scotland. The players play at a high level, so that's something that the Ukrainian players, most of them do play in the Ukrainian league. They're going to have to come right away with huge intensity for the match. But this side didn't lose a game in the World Cup qualifiers. They didn't lose to France. They didn't lose. They just had 6 draws and 2 wins. But that was enough for them to advance to the playoffs of the UEFA. So Ukraine are a very good side. I've seen them play twice. Very organized, very physical. We know they have some good quality players. Zinchenko, Yaremchuk, Yarmolenko, Malinovsky. They have a lot of options and a lot of players who can create their own opportunities and create a goal out of nothing. So that's something that Scotland have to be worried about in this match. But I'm just looking at Ukraine and I'm just thinking, do most of the players have match fitness in the squad? That is the big question mark heading to this game. But Ukraine, no doubt, they're going to have even more added incentive to play in this game. You don't think that's going to be motivation? I think it's going to be a massive motivation for the squad. And we know that the new manager, Alexander Petrokov, has done a marvelous job as well, right? Took over from Shevchenko and everybody was like, oh, you're getting rid of Shevchenko. He left after the Euros. What are they going to be like now? Well, Alexander Petrokov has done actually quite well. The side are much more organized. The same as Shevchenko. Don't concede a lot of goals. They get the 1 or 2 goals, and that's enough for them to win or draw. So he's done a good job, and he's got to get the Ukrainian side playing well. Because if they don't come with that intensity and match fitness, Scotland will win this game. So I'm really interested to see what Alexander Petrokov is going to do. Is he going to play his 5 in the back formation that he was playing a little bit at the end of the World Cup qualifiers? Is he going to try and nullify what Scotland are going to do with their 5 in the back formation? Or is he going to play 4 in the back, play Zinchenko in one of the camp spots or out wide? That's something that's going to be interesting. Let's see if Malinovsky is going to be involved, because Malinovsky and Alexander Petrokov had a little bit of a beef. Now they seem on good terms, and now he's back in the national team setup. So let's see what the lineup choices are going to be for Ukraine. And I think for Scotland, they just keep doing their own thing. Obviously, Kieran Tierney's going to be a big miss. As we know, he's a fantastic defender, but they have some cover in that position. Obviously, not the quality of Kieran Tierney, but they have some cover. And I'm looking at John McGinn and Robertson. If the two players step up, Scotland can win this game. So my prediction, obviously, look, the whole issue going on in Ukraine is horrific. Players are going to be motivated. Scotland players are going to be definitely motivated. Playing at Hampden Park, it's going to be a raucous atmosphere, as we all know. I got to give credit, man. When the Scotland national team play at home, they don't really lose because that crowd is just fully behind them. Fully behind them. Can't wait to see that atmosphere. Both teams are looking to return to the World Cup for the first time in a long time. Scotland since 1998, Ukraine since 2006. Who will be playing Wales next week? My prediction, I think Scotland are going to win this game. I think this side, just if it was in a neutral venue or, if the crisis didn't happen and was in Ukraine, I would say maybe Ukraine. But since it's at home, Scotland have been fantastic. They got the motivation. They got the momentum. I think Scotland are going to win this game 1-0. I think it's going to be a Shea Adams goal. I think he's going to step up in the big moment and Scotland will win. And we're going to get an all-British final to see who will qualify to the World Cup between Wales and Scotland. That is my prediction for the game. So there's my prediction for Scotland versus Ukraine. I think it's going to be a 1-0 victory for Scotland. Am I confident in it? No. Is it a bit of a unknown pick? Really, because I don't know what to expect from this match either. It's very up in the air. We don't know how Ukraine are going to look. We know what Scotland are going to bring, but it's more of a up in the air when it comes to Ukraine. The players haven't played a lot of the games. Obviously, some players like Zinchenko, Yaremchuk, they've played all season, but can they carry the side? They can definitely carry the side because they have the quality, but I just think Scotland are just such a strong home side that they will win this game. But I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. Who will be playing Wales next week? Will it be Scotland or will it be Ukraine? Let me know in the comment section down below. Hit the like button. There may be a watch along for the match, so stay tuned for that. It should be an epic watch along, and let's see, it's going to be probably very, very intense. But further ado, have a beautiful day. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Give your predictions. Have a beautiful day. Stay safe, everyone. And adios.